What is up, everyone? Welcome back to yet another episode of the official WPBL podcast. I am your host, Ashton Lansdale. And guys, let me just say, please excuse the puffy eyes. I just came back from a 90-minute hot stone massage and deep tissue massage, and I didn't fall asleep, because if I fall asleep during my massages, I get mad at myself because I feel like I don't fully enjoy them. But I was definitely relaxed to the max, so it was good. And then now it's podcast time, so little self-recovery day, but we're still getting some work done, so we're still out here. And of course, the guy I miss the most every week, and I love his voice just so much. I want to talk to him so much all the time. Toronto Mike, how you doing this week, buddy?
You had me going there because when you said, I love his voice, I miss it, I'm like, who's she talking about? And I'm like, oh yeah, she's talking about me.
You.
So.
Come on. Of course I'm
hey,
talking about you.
You cut out for like a millisecond when you were telling us why you can't fall asleep during your massage.
Oh, no. I don't like falling asleep. I don't know what happened. I'm the only one in the house on this Wi-Fi, so not sure what happened there. But yeah, I don't like falling asleep during my massages because I feel like when I do that, I don't fully enjoy the massage. I'm just asleep. So I kind of like to, feel the massage and it's like the full experience for me. So yeah.
Okay, I'm jealous over here. But you look relaxed. Like, how often do you get a massage like that?
Oh my gosh, not often enough. I haven't had a massage in probably like 3 months. It's been a while. So I think it was well deserved.
Well, I was going to say, Ashton, you're a professional athlete. You should be having a massage every day.
I'm glad you think that. And I totally agree with you. And sometimes it's a little hard to work into the schedule. Our schedule is really crazy all the time. I mean, I've been in probably every time zone across the country in the past 2 weeks, maybe even less than that. Who knows? So there's a lot going on over here, but we are living our best life still. So not much to complain about on that end.
But Ashton, hearing your schedule so chaotic, you're going all over the place, no time even for a massage. Like, do you ever wonder if you're going to be exhausted by the time the WPBL season starts?
I think once that time rolls around, I think it's going to be kind of perfect for me and maybe the other girls in Banana Ball because we're just traveling so much, in and out of all these places. And I think when we get to WPBL to Springfield, I think it'll give us, some sense of just being in one place and one location. And maybe we can catch a little bit of a routine. Who knows what is really to come with this season coming up so quick. But I think it's going to balance out everything that we've had going on this whole year. I think it's going to balance it out on the back end and stuff. So honestly, I'm excited to get to Springfield and to just be with the girls and just be in like one spot for a few weeks in a row.
Oh, that is the advantage of having all your games at the same location. Like you can truly settle in and get comfortable.
Yeah, I can go sleep in the same bed. I know exactly how the field plays. You can get comfortable in the stadium and you just get this sense of just space, and everything's just not new. And when things are new, sometimes everything can feel kind of like sped up. So I think it'll be a good feeling and a good kind of like reset to just be in one stadium, sleeping in the same bed at night, all those things that kind of make you feel like you have a routine going on. I think that's the beauty in a routine that a lot of people, maybe oversee. I know I don't appreciate having a routine when I actually have it. So now that I'm aware of how chaotic life can get being a professional athlete, specifically in Banana Ball, I'm going to appreciate any sense of routine that I can get now.
See, that's a feeling I'm never going to know. Like, what is it to be a professional athlete?
I'm sure your life is still pretty as chaotic as mine. So I have no doubt we're like we're like in the same boat almost here.
And before I give you some feedback regarding our most recent episode and how that led to this week's guest, if you're not a professional athlete, how the heck can you get your bum in the seats in Springfield and catch some WPBL action?
Yeah, that's some important information to maybe know for some other people. So we do have some season tickets available out now. So if you want to catch as many games as you can, I definitely recommend the season ticket option. We also did just launch some 2 other like clubs that we got going on. So the first one that just launched is something called the Founders Front Row Club. And I think it's like a very unique club and like a lot of perks that come with it. So you get front row seats, you get tickets to all 30 regular season games and every playoff game. So the difference between that is the season tickets. All those was only for regular season games, and this specific club, you get to also go to all the playoff games are included. There's also special events like a welcome event. You can get a gift bundle, chairback seats, priority access, and all that good stuff. So that's a cool little step up from just regular season tickets if you want to get a little more VIP experience, if you may. And then another club that we have just announced is called the Legacy Club, which is probably the most premium way to experience everything in WPBL. I actually super just lied when I said that the Founders Club is the very number one VIP experience. I got that mixed up, but the Legacy Club is the one that's the step above the regular season tickets. You still get all regular season games. Playoffs are not included in the Legacy Club. But you still do get the chairback seats. You get all those season tickets, member giveaways, and early admission to the stadium before games. So if you're looking to just upscale your experience in the WPBL a little bit, I definitely recommend the Legacy. And honestly, the Founders Front Row Club seems pretty dang cool. So go to womensprobaseballleague.com to check that out. Those are all up for grabs right now. And then individual game tickets should be launching in the next few days, I hope. So everything's coming out super quick. And, you can get your hands on some tickets right now.
So if you're a member of the Founders Front Row Club, does that include a selfie with Ashton Lansdale?
It sure can. You definitely have some special opportunities to do some meet and greets with the players and stuff. So if you want to get a selfie or say, hey, get a hug from moi and other players in the league, the Founders Front Row Club is definitely for you.
Okay, so just before we bring in this week's guest, I was able to interview you last week.
Yeah.
And I got to say, you were amazing to chat with, amazing to interview. It was about time we shone a light on the living legend that is Ashton Lansdale.
Thank you. I did have fun that last episode. And like I said, I always love talking to you, Mike. I think we just have great conversations, naturally and stuff. But yeah, it was cool to, share my perspective a little bit on my life and WPBL and just women in baseball and everything. So it was a good little interview episode that we had last week, but I'm definitely excited to get our guest back involved. We got a special one for this week. You guys should know this one right here. What's up, Val? How you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me. I'm pumped.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting to get you on here. Like you were one of my number one guests that I wanted to get on here, and I can't believe we're on episode, I think like 14, something like that now. So I can't believe it's taken this long. My apologies, but I'm glad you're here.
All good. I know. Thanks for having me. Good to follow along with you guys. So the episodes have been great. Also good for the people I didn't know. It's good to get to know them at a different level. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, same here. I mean, I've talked to some people that I don't know on a personal level. Like you and I know each other pretty well. We've spent the last few years kind of like right by the hip. So it's been great getting to know you. But there's so many other like special girls in this league that they definitely deserve to be in the spotlight and just get to know. So it's been cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, but now it's your moment to shine. And so for like maybe the people who don't know who Val Perez is, give us a little background of, who you are, where you came from, and just start painting the picture of Val Perez for us.
Yeah, so I am born and raised in South Texas, Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm married. I have a wife and 3 kids. Stay busy there. I was a real firefighter, not just a banana ball firefighter, for the last 10 years. So I fought fire there in Corpus Christi, Texas for 10 years. Prior to that, I made Team USA, and in making Team USA, I had the opportunity to try out for banana ball a couple years ago, which is how I kind of got my foot in the door. Answered a DM on Instagram, like many of us have who are here. Yeah. Fact checked it first to make sure it was good, but I went to a tryout, and one thing led to the next, and I ended up being the first head coach of the Firefighters here, which were the 3rd team in banana ball, and so got
one of the first women in the league in itself.
Yeah, right. So like the month before me was Jocelyn, and then I never actually got to meet her. Like she was out when I got in. And of course you came the same month that I was here, right before we left for USA. But so got to play a little bit, people always ask me why I don't play more. And, my coach is tough, man. She writes the schedule or the lineup, and maybe one day she'll play me a little more, but we'll see. But yeah, so I've been coaching since day one of the Firefighters. And, the first season we had 19 games. I went back to fighting fire, and before I knew it, I was hooked, and I can't imagine myself doing anything else. And so family and I moved across Texas to Savannah, and now we're here for good.
Yeah, so no longer a real Firefighters, and you're just, focusing on the head coaching position of the Firefighters in the Banana Ball Championship League.
Yeah, yes, definitely. So I retired, actually. I hit my 10 years, so I can officially claim retirement.
Okay, you got a whole decade under your belt. So
I know. I secured my pension, which is, big time. Retirement's huge.
Yeah,
so
that's huge. That's huge. Well, number one, thank you for your service. I couldn't imagine what you have seen and done, in the firefighter service. So thanks for your service, number one. But how does it feel, stepping away from that and really getting to lock in on a head coach position, and also even just being an athlete, because you got WPBL coming up soon. So what is it like getting to just fully focus on baseball now?
Yeah, it's amazing. I feel like I'm getting better and better as an athlete just because of the simple access to a field every day. Somebody to throw to, somebody to hit. I know it sounds nuts, but like you're good through college, and once you hit that weird period between college and then whatever you're doing in your career, it's so hard to just get on a field, to have somebody who can throw decently to you, to hit you fungo, to throw you BP. And so my first year with USA, like that's what I was doing. I was training in the firehouse. I was literally throwing the ball against the wall, working on glove work. And 2 weekends ago, we went to Corpus, and I got to visit my firehouse when we played Banana Ball there.
I saw that.
They still have the square up that I used to like aim at.
No way. That is awesome. I hope that stays up literally forever.
I know. I hope so too. But just like having perspective of like what I used to have to do to train. And right after I got off a 24-hour shift, I'd go to the gym, and then I'd go to the field, and then try and eat, try and take a nap, and then go pick up my kids from school, and then do it all over again. And so now it's like I live at a baseball field, whether it's our home field here in Savannah or I'm on the road. Like I'm always in a cage. I'm always on a field. And so luckily the guys here also know that we play for Team USA. So obviously we have that coming up, and WPBL. So I can't tell you how many pitchers, specifically Blake Morgan, take the fungo from me, like, go get your reps in, Skip. I'm like,
that's awesome.
Thanks, man. So, honestly, I couldn't have dreamt of a better transition from firefighting and still playing to where I'm at now. It's just been awesome. Yeah.
And here I am saying like my life is chaotic and we're traveling and blah, blah, blah. And, just like 2 years ago, you were being a full-on firefighter while training for Team USA and for Banana Ball, and like working 24-hour shifts and going to the gym. I don't know what I would do with myself. I don't know how you did that, but that's pretty badass. Like I commend you for that. I couldn't imagine. And then having a whole family on top of it too, like honestly, like kudos.
Appreciate it, man. I tell you, I always joke, like, I wish I would have found out about Team USA before I was 30, because that's the first time I heard about it. And so I didn't try out till I was 30. I'm 34 now. But, the way that it's funny how life works. Like, I got to have, play in college, get my career started. And then I was enough, like, in my career long enough to where I could take time off to go try out and to go play. Yeah. I got married. I had my kids. Like, I was good to go. And then now it's like, it's all here. And so it's like really cool, because, I'm enjoying these things, as a pro athlete and as a head coach here, but now I get to share them with my family, which is really cool too.
Yeah. And you also still, had the 10 years of, being in service. And I'm sure that has showed you such a unique perspective on life that you probably wouldn't get anywhere else, not even on a ball field. So it is crazy how life works out like that sometimes. Like you wouldn't be the same person you are today without those 10 years.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't be the head coach of this team because it's called the Firefighters. I mean, it's literally the merging of both of my worlds collided is what my life is right here.
I feel like that's a question that I don't know. It's crazy how it just worked hand in hand like that. It's like your life was just.
You can't ignore it. Like you can't. Yeah.
How does that feel? Like saying what?
The day before my tryout, because they only had the Party Animals Bananas. The day before my tryout, they announced the Firefighters.
That is crazy.
I can't make that up.
Those are just signs that it's like it's meant to be. Like this is that just goes to show how everything truly does happen for a reason, good or bad, or whatever obstacles are in the road that you have to overcome. Like it's all leading to where you're meant to be, and that is just beautiful, and I love that so much for you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Even if this would have happened at year 9 into my career, I probably wouldn't have taken this job full time because I would have wasted 9 years of my retirement that I've been contributing to. Year 10, I secured my pension. Like, it literally happened all.
It just
perfect.
all in perfect, unique, divine timing. That is so beautiful. How does maybe like your experience in the field of firefighting, how has that translated onto the baseball field?
For starters, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but like perspective, dealing with life and death situations versus a win or a loss on a ball field.
Yeah.
It helps me stay grounded. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't curb my competitiveness. Like, I want to win just as bad as everybody else. But, the beautiful thing about Banana Land specifically is it's not even just what's the product on the field. It's about how can we impact fans, right? What's the bigger picture? So you're constantly, after a win or a loss, it doesn't matter. You go take your protein shake, you switch your shoes, and you get out to Plaza and you flip that switch, whether it's a win or a loss, and you go impact fans, right? And nobody wants to see a mopey ball player or a mopey coach who's like, angry because of whatever the results are. Like, that is why we're here. Like, you can go the men in this team, like, they can go play pro ball elsewhere. They can go play indie ball anywhere if all they want to do is play baseball, right? Here, playing banana ball, it brings that extra side of meaning. And I feel like, and we're starting to see that a little bit, but it's still so fresh that not many people have left yet from banana ball or retired from here. But as an athlete, when you retire, you kind of lose your identity of who you are because you've been that athlete for so long. 100%. So that transition from being an athlete going into what's next here, like, you're constantly pouring into who you are and how you can pour out to others. So I truly believe, like, when athletes and ball players no longer come back to Banana Land and they're retired or they leave for whatever reason, I truly believe that transition's a lot smoother because of the other, like, parts of being a human being that we kind of strongly encourage you to be as a ball player here. So those type of things are like, it's unmatched. You can't get that anywhere else. And like, everybody's kind of gone through it. And so it's like, I'm so excited for the future of where this is going. But young sport of banana ball, it's just like, you can already see just the positive impact.
Absolutely. I think it really hit me when Jesse Cole, the owner and creator of Banana Ball, for those of you who don't know, when he was, talking on one of his inspirational speeches, every time this man opens his mouth, it's inspirational. So whenever this was, I don't exactly know, but he was like, we're not, just transforming the game of baseball. We're not, trying to change baseball or anything. We're creating a new sport. And there's going to be one day where a young kid, and the first ball he picks up is going to be a yellow banana ball. And he's going to, like, grow up, training his whole life wanting to be a banana ball player. And that's when that perspective kind of changed for me, because we're not trying to change the game of baseball. We're not trying to, I don't know. We're not trying to, say that traditional baseball doesn't belong anymore. It's boring or whatever. Like, it's just, we're literally creating a new game and a new opportunity for kids to grow up and want to dream for something to be, while also, like you said, finding out who you are and allowing these athletes to, tap into their persona and their personality. And I feel like that's something that really gets lost within athletics a lot, especially coming out of college athletics, because all you know to be is an athlete, a student athlete at that. But it's like, once you retire or once you graduate, it's like, okay, what's happening? And then you have
what's next?
It's like, all I know is to be an athlete, and like, you get stuck in this weird, like, I don't know. It's just a weird little funk, and then banana ball is this special, unique environment that is so inviting and provides so much positivity and joy to the world, and allows you to just find yourself as a human being and also as an athlete. And I think that's like you just said, it's the beauty of banana ball, but it's also can be related to WPBL, and how it's like, we're not trying to change the game, we're just trying to bring something new to the game of baseball. Like, we're just girls who want to play ball too. We're not saying that baseball is just for boys or it should be this way or that way. It's just like, we're just saying, hey, girls play baseball too. We're out here.
Exactly. I know. I'm so fired up for the WPBL. I didn't think it was going to happen in my lifetime, honestly. And, I'm so grateful. Again, just another reason why things happen in the perfect timing, because if I had never retrained again and tried out for USA and did all that, I would not be in a position to go play WPBL right now, right? It's like, if that would have happened when I was 25, like, just things happen so crazy. And I'm so grateful that I have a chance to play, in the first season and hopefully many more after that. But I'm fired up every single weekend, dude. I'm sure you get this too. Every weekend at Banana Boat games, everyone's asking about WPBL.
Absolutely, every
when y'all
weekend.
start, where y'all going? I can't wait to see you guys. Like, everybody's fired up, and I'm grateful again for this platform that we have, because we get to talk about the WPBL on the
representation. Like, it's huge. Like, we have so many eyes on us, because there's almost on every team in Banana Ball, besides the tailgaters, there's a WPBL, not just a female on the team, but a WPBL player on 5 out of 6 teams in Banana Ball, and all of those eyes that are on all of us, and we all bring them together, be like, hey, we're also in this new league, the Women's Professional Baseball League. And then it's just like everyone, their eyes, like they're just like light up and like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. And it's just, drawing more attention to this league. And it's not even something that we're forcing also. Like, it's just
organic.
We're just here. It's so organic. It's so just authentic. And I think that's the beauty in that side. Like, where it's just saying we're here, and people are, seeing that and respecting it, I think, is the number one thing.
Exactly. I mean, I can't, I'm sure you deal with this too, but like, I can't tell you how many like dads or moms bring their little kids and they're like, she plays in the pro league, or she does this, or she does that. And it's like, not only are we just like representing, being a woman here in Banana Land, but like now we get to have that further conversation with like, hey, like, you can play baseball or you can play softball. Like, both of them were beautiful to my life. Both of them were great for you. Like, you don't have to choose. You can do both. And it's amazing.
Absolutely.
That, like, it doesn't matter what you choose, but you have choices. You have options now, instead of having one thing that you have to go to. And that's what the WPBL is all about, dude. I'm so fired up for it.
Yeah,
cool.
That's what gets me like really almost like emotional about WPBL and us starting now. It's where it's going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. Like the kids that are going to, develop in these next 5 to 10 years. And we're going to see the level of play, like, I think shoot beyond the highest ceiling that we can even imagine, because like we're real life examples. Hey, like, you're here, you can do this. And it's like, you don't have to just, fly by this blind, sense of hope like we did kind of growing up. And like, I hope I make it one day. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. It's like, it's here. It's now.
Right. Now you have something to shoot for. And on that note, like, I'm the same way that I'm talking to kids. I'm talking to adults who are 40s, 50s, 60s, who are, I can't tell you how many of them are just in tears because they're so grateful that I have this opportunity, and they wish so badly that and they always share their stories of their little leagues or whatever back home that they like were denied or weren't allowed to do whatever it was to play baseball. And every single time I tell them, just as much as we're playing for that 5 and 6 and 7 year old, we're playing for the 40s, 50s, 60-year-olds who didn't get this opportunity. Because the way we play this game and the way we're trying to grow this league, right? We're trying to honor those who came before us, those who were in that gap that didn't get an opportunity between World War II and now, and of course those behind us. So it's
the coolest thing ever. We're touching people in genders of all like just ages and kinds and like all different types of people. And I think that's just the coolest thing. Like, it's so eye-opening. And I'm sure even for you, like, you have kids too, like it's gotta just hit different, because your kids can grow up and they have a freaking badass mom who's this professional baseball player but also a firefighter for 10 years. And it's like, your kids are going to think that they can do absolutely anything in their life. Like, I can't wait to see what your three do. They got some spice.
Who knows?
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Oh man, they're excited. I'm so grateful again to like have them just around everything that I'm around. And it's like, I was joking with Chelsea the other day. I was like, I used to want Jones to be in the MLB, and like, don't get me wrong, if he's like Shohei Ohtani all of a sudden,
not going to stop him. You got it.
But I will tell you, like, it's not like banana. It's like that or banana, like whatever you want to do. But in Banana Bowl, like we demand that you are a good human being.
Yes.
And a ball player. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like
the ball player comes second, honestly.
Yes.
Like, number one is being a good person.
Exactly. Jones is going to be a firefighter legacy one of these days.
I see it. I totally see that in him.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh man, we've had a great conversation here, and I could feel like I could ask you questions, all the time. We could really get into the thick of it. But I want to bring Mike in because I'm sure he's learned a lot about you in these last 20 or so minutes. Mike, what's it been like? Getting to know Val a little bit, and what questions do you have for her?
Yeah, I'm still processing the whole firefighter
it's
thing.
Insane. It's so cool.
Like, Val, is it confusing when you talk about, oh, I was a firefighter for 10 years and they think you're talking about banana ball? Like, do you ever have confusing conversations?
At this point, no, because the banana ball firefighters have only been around for 3 seasons.
Right.
But once I'm 10 years in, they're going to be like, what do you mean the last 10 years? Yeah, from day one of banana ball firefighters. Like, no, before that, 10 years ago. But no, yeah, I mean, I have those conversations all the time. We have like patches we trade and challenge coins we trade, and I'm constantly
the things you get is so cool.
I know it's legit, but I'm always, every single day, am challenged to incorporate the fire service into what we do on the banana ball field. And so it's like, it's constant. Like earlier, Ash, I think you talked about, or you asked, like, do I miss it? And it's like, I do. I miss my crew. I miss the adrenaline rushing calls. I miss those things. But so much of what I'm doing now is such like a slow transition. Like, I don't even want to say out of it. It's still in it, it's just in a different vein.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of crazy. People always ask if I miss it. I'm like, I can't, no, because I feel like I'm still in it for so long. You know what I mean? And it's like, I mean, yes, I miss parts of it, but it's just, I feel like it hasn't ended.
You also still get to go to all these firehouses and stuff. Like almost every location you go to, don't you guys go to firehouses and you get to, meet all these people and, pay your respects, honestly. And you still get that sense of, being in a firehouse, although it's not the same, I know, but like, you're still in it.
Yeah. I mean, just like anything, you like to share things that are important to you with people you love. And like every weekend we're getting to go to a fire station. I'm getting to share, chop it up with those local firefighters and bring the guys that I play, players on my team to the fire station. They're getting to meet them and see all these, different people from all backgrounds, and they get a better understanding of what we represent every time we put on our jersey. So
yeah,
it's really cool. Yeah.
That is,
and I'm sure it's, probably a great idea that your coach is also a paramedic, like just in case, right?
Yeah, I've actually made a few calls on the field in Plaza, people passing out, having seizures. I had a lady who, passed out and her blood pressure dropped, and we had to like throw her on a table, elevate like in banana ball backstage, like just random, like just because like things
just dropped. Yeah,
it's like I'm constantly.
It gets hot out there too. Like it happens more than you think. Like, yeah.
And so I mean that's something I'll never turn off, obviously, but.
Now that I think about it, I think all coaches should be paramedics. Like this should be like mandatory training.
Well, we have our athletic trainers who are all set.
Yeah.
So they're good to go. I'm just an extra helping hand to ours is Sydney Neighbors, and she does a great job. But it's I don't know. It's nice. I don't know if Baba needs to go be a medic all of a sudden. Like, all right.
I trust that man with my life for sure. If anything happens, he can just pick me up and take me to where I need to
go. Last question, if you don't mind, last one is that, of course, you're a banana ball coach. So I naturally wonder whether you aspire to be a WPBL coach.
Oof, tough question. I'm very much enjoying being a player when it comes to the USA and WPBL. And I will ride that wave until you move me to first. I'm a shortstop right now, so eventually I'm going to move to first. And then I'm just going to hit, and then eventually we'll have a tough conversation about when it's time to hang them up. But I am very happy with where I'm at right now. And you never know what can happen down the road, but I'm loving banana ball right now. So we'll see. But I'm very grateful to be able to do both and play in the WPBL as well.
Okay, maybe a player coach.
A player coach, maybe so. I will say there's a lot, like Ash too, is like we learn so much being you being a player here and myself being a coach here and stuff that like I cannot wait to take to the WPBL when it comes to fan engagement and how to grow fans and how to grow a following of a team and a league and the right ways to pour into it. And so I'm fired up to just get started.
Even just like the non-baseball stuff, like you said, how to grow fans and connect with people and, just be a good human being, because we get to experience so many unique things being in this crazy banana ball championship league and stuff. Like you get some really cool and unique experiences, and it's going to be great to be able to apply that and, spread those unique perspectives with our new teammates in the WPBL. So I think we got such a unique, pot stirring up for the WPBL right now. So it's awesome, man. It's just so cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know Mike said that was his last questions, but I do have one more because we haven't talked about Team USA a whole lot. I know that was a big goal that you were working towards for a few years. So, what was it like for you? Coming with a like a service background and a blue collar background to then get to play for Team USA. Did that like hit different for you in a sense? I would love to hear your perspective on experience that service life, and also wearing USA across your chest. Like, that's got to be so cool.
Yeah, I speak often about the very first time I put on my uniform and we're standing on line doing the national anthem, looking at our flag. Like, it's just completely surreal moment for so many reasons. But that's a moment I'll never forget. But at the same time, being a firefighter, like, I grew up in the 9/11 era. I was in 5th grade when 9/11 happened, and the most beautiful display of patriotism that I've seen in my entire life was during one of the most tragic, times of our life. And so I grew up knowing what it means to represent your country and to pour into your country in the right ways. And of course, everybody has their own opinion on what that is. But for me, wearing the colors across my chest has always meant something very, very deep. And of course, I dreamed of being in the Olympics. And hopefully one day
one day
Olympics. We're climbing. So I've always dreamed of carrying that flag across my chest or across my back, with the gold medal. And so that's something I'm still chasing, and we will get.
We will get.
But on that note, I mean, and then you go into the fire service, and that was my way of serving, right? Like, I've always, since I was a kid, had a servant's heart. I knew I wanted to serve and help people. I didn't know which way. And so I kind of figured out once I figured out that was the direction my life was going, I loved it. I learned how to work hard. And in the same way that I learned how to get through the fire academy and get through, crazy drills on the fire scene, I dug deep and I went to a place of like mental strength from what I learned in college softball because of things that I had to dive into from then. Yeah. And I remember I walked into the arena where we were taking a written test and there was 700 people. And I was like, how in the heck am I gonna stand out here? Because they're only hiring 20 people.
Wow.
I was 20 or 30, right? And so I literally envisioned them as all softball players. And then I played D1 softball. And so if I put all of the softball players in one room that I was able to beat out to get the scholarship that I did, it's a lot more than 700 people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like those mental visualizations helped me get into the fire service. And then through the fire service, that helped me get through physical struggles that I had. And then doing so here, like I said, it's just like, it's something that translates. And so when I was doing it and I reignited my baseball career after like 10 years of not playing to go try out for Team USA, like that's where I pulled from. And so just the journey, honestly, of pulling from all of those things and serving and remembering the people that I represent as a firefighter and all that. And then being able to represent our country is, you know, it's something that I've literally dreamed of my whole life. So it's pretty special.
That is amazing. that is so amazing. You are such a unique individual, and you got so many great perspectives and stories to share. So you're definitely one of my role models easily. Like, it's crazy what you get to do and what you represent and what you've been through. So you're awesome.
Thanks, man.
And this is not the last time that you're going to be on this podcast. I mark my words because, like I said, we can dive into so many types of conversations here. But before we say bye, are there any last words or anything you want to say to anyone watching?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the beauty of the WPBL is, I don't know if people realize this, but it's also the first diverse league, women's professional baseball league. Back in the day, you know what I mean? There was one race that got to play, and I'm so far. I didn't even realize. Kelsey actually talked to me about it when we were together in April, and I looked around and I'm like, man, there's so many people from so many backgrounds that are about to play professional baseball together. Yeah, and we go anytime we play, it's on the national level, so we're going against every country. Like I can't.
We're all separate.
We don't even talk to them. Yeah, right. But now, I remember talking to Jada from Canada, and I'm like, Jada, all right, see you in 2 years. Like, I can't talk to you until after the next World Cup. Like, that's just not how it happens. But being able to play together is just, man, it's just nothing like it. And so I'm just excited for it. I hope that just like we're kind of pouring into learning all of these people who are not just on Team USA, but on the different national teams and people who aren't on national teams. Like, I hope that, people who come out to games take the time to get to know these stories, because people honor you and I and other women in baseball for our tenacity and our bravery. But every single person who's in the WPBL, every single one has gone through something very similar.
Absolutely.
So it's worth diving into.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it any better. Thank you for your time today, Val, and all your
Absolutely.
great words. How can everyone find you on social media so we can keep up with you from here on out?
Instagram, all my handles are the same. Instagram, Val Perez _27. Give me a follow, and I'll be resharing this podcast for sure.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, you guys heard it here. We will be seeing Val again, and you know where to find her in the meantime. So, Val, thank you for your time today, and we'll get you back on here soon.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Love you guys.
Love you. What a conversation. I feel like that was just like way too short, but I know it was. I feel like I could just talk to her forever.
Okay, so Ash, for the last half hour, I've been holding on to this line, but I thought I'd wait till Val leaves and then I'd hit you with it. But see, so Val is a real life firefighter. She plays with the firefighters, and you're a real life party animal.
Yeah,
and you play with the party animals.
This is true. I told you that's just everything's just aligned exactly how it's meant to be.
Absolutely, great conversation. She's very well spoken, an inspiration, and I liked her line. You know, what do you do with a shortstop when they lose their speed? You move them to first base.
You go to first. Once you move to first, that's when it's going downhill just a little bit.
But and that's the one thing. She's got 10 years of service under her belt, and she still looks like she looks so young. She's still playing shortstop. Yeah, kind of amazing. She did so much in such a short period of time as a young woman.
Yes, she's amazing inside and out, and Val Perez will 100% be back on. Before we say goodbye for this episode, I want to say Happy Pride Month to everybody who celebrates and live that up and love who you want to love, and if you're happy, that's all that matters. On the end of it, if you want to find anything about the Women's Professional Baseball League, you can go to womensprobaseballeague.com for all the information that you can find. You can also follow us across all platforms at WPBL_official. And if you want to follow me along on my weird, crazy life, I am on all platforms at Ashton Lansdell, ASHTON LANSDELL. We will see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed. Much love to y'all. Peace.